Rock with it, girl. See what them it, girl. With the bang bang, bounce with it, girl.
Yo, people, welcome back to The Fix, brought to you by Nightly Fix, your news start 93 FM. It's your boy Nara here with Ari. Big up DJ Burns, big up Honor Productions in the building. But right now, special guest we're having at the building all the way from the UK.
Ain't it?
It's in it.
I don't feel it. Ari.
Tell her again.
Shawnee B.
Ari Minatax.
DJ from BBC One Extra, BBC One Extra Zone, Shawnee B in the building.
Thank you very much, sir.
So wait, is it in it or ain't it?
In it and ain't it? You could be like, you're looking good today, innit, Ari? In it.
You're right.
You get me?
Yeah.
But then you can flip it with the ain't it as well.
Because my dad says ain't, so that's I'm like, yeah.
Where you would use the ain't it is if you, I suppose, let me think of the scenario now. My mind's gone blank.
Like look for reaffirmation.
Yeah, alright, so like, that wall is black, innit? Ain't it?
Yes. Right. Well, they say in it still.
It's actually
in it and ain't it. It's the same thing. But I don't even talk like that. I listened to you guys when I was coming in, and you were like, Shawty talk proper English. Definitely not. Was it you that said I don't talk proper English?
No, it's a mixture, Jamaican British.
It's mixed up. You can blame him. That's my brethren, Wingy, from like 19 long time. When I was 13, growing up on my inner city estate, white city estate, West London, big up. He came from Jamaica when he was 13, and he taught me everything that I know to be like a Jamaican. Wingy. So, like, I remember the first time I come to Jamaica, you know, and my cousins and my family was like, "Nah, you really flex like a yard, you know what I'm saying?" Because when we were youths growing up, like if we was out on the road and we'd buy our food, we'd tear the box and then share out some of the food. That's the way we kind of lived. You get me? So from a very young, tender age, I was schooled to be that kind of Jamaican guy. Plus my mum and my gran and all the rest of it inside the house.
So let's talk about the journey, because you're born English. You're born in England.
Born British, love.
Yes. Cartel.
British love. Yeah, so I'm born British.
So your connection is really through your mum and
my mum and my gran are from Lawrence Tavern, St Andrews. So that's my home linkage right there. My brother grew up in Lawrence Tavern as well. He came over to the UK in 1985 when I was like 11 years of age, giving away my age. So yeah, in 1985 my brother came over, and that was like the first proper experience. Like my brother was wearing bell-foot pants, silk shirt, listening to Kilimanjaro, because Kilimanjaro actually comes from the same district area ends that my mum comes from. Okay. So like Kilimanjaro is my favorite sound system of all time because of that. And yeah, my mum knows the owner and all the rest of it. So
that's how you love, I guess that's the journey and the starting of Jamaican music. And
well, you know what, growing up in my mum's house, we listened to John Holt, Bob Marley, all that kind of stuff, Sugar Minott, when we were kids coming up. But I was actually a hip-hop DJ when I first started DJing, and it's when I met Wingy and his cousin Bigger. So like Jungle and Greenwich Farm, they were like, yo, Shani, the way you can scratch all them hip-hop things there, if you can scratch like that with dancehall and reggae, like that's it. And like 20 odd years on, literally that is why I have this life that I have. Yeah. Because they introduced me to dancehall culture in that kind of manner, enabled me to crossbreed it with what I did with hip hop and R&B, and that's why to this day I'm like the remix kid, even though Burns I try. Burns
did that so I look at message before. I say, I think are you bad for the remix?
We just fly the laptop and see what Burns really are going. We'll burn him up in here, you know.
No, you can do something for like live after.
Yeah, we can do something for you. No problem.
Want a clash?
A clash,
right?
Do we have the system set up for a clash?
We just even do a set and then Burns don't do film set already. So
no, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bless you lot with a mix, and then Burns is gonna bless one extra with a mix. How about that?
Right. I'm not thinking
that's love, right?
Look at that, Burns are gonna play on BBC. So you're here for vacation, and I look and I'm like,
is it just vacation?
Yeah, because
I don't ever come to. If I come to Jamaica on vacation, I don't come Kingston.
Yeah,
I will go like Ochi, Montego Bay in the Grill or something like that. And even then, I remember the one time I said, right, I'm not coming Kingston. Before I even put my foot out on the ground in Ochi, I hear somebody say, Seani B! I can't run. I literally can't run, but for me, when I come to Jamaica, even though it's nuts, it's fast, you don't get to sleep, you're tired, but I get energized from everything.
We met Seani B last year, and it's the same thing I asked, because I'm like, you come for vacation and you're running up, you're meeting with other artists, you're creating to go back on BBC, and I'm like, aren't you tired?
Do you know what? When I saw you lot in the summer, was it summer that we linked up?
Yes.
Yeah, it was summer.
Yeah.
So when I came for the summer, I literally just wanted to get away from England and just come down here and just be amongst the people. Then when I came, then I realized that Dream Weekend was, and I was like, damn, you really now got sleep. We ended up driving like 5 hours going over to Dream Weekend. But this time, right now, I came down for one extra. So myself, David Rodigan and Mr. Jam, we've been here for like 5 days. And we've done like sessions at Big Yard, Music Works Studio,
Tough Gun
as well. So we every year we come down here and just kind of like collect material, collect freestyle sessions, collect live sessions, collect like exclusive interviews, and make sure that we're kind of tapped into everything Wagwan, because I don't feel that you could play this music and truly be part of it if you're not in the streets of Jamaica. And
you said to be tapped in, but you think you get a better experience than when you would if they would come to England?
100%. This, you're at the source. You get what I'm saying? So like you're tipping your foot in right where the spring is coming out of, and there is nothing better than, like, I love Jamaica full stop, and when I want to chill, I go country, but there's nothing like Kingston. Like, absolutely nothing like Kingston, Jamaica. Like, we brought some guys down here for the first time. Mr. Jams, he's like actually Jamaican parentage as well. First time he's come to Jamaica.
Really?
What?
Like my producer, white guy, Kieran, some of the other team, Dan. Every year we bring these people to Jamaica. And for me, it's like, right, now I'm going to show you why I am the way I am, why I'm loud in the office, why I am flamboyant in the manner that I am. I'm going to show you everything, because I think what people need to understand is with dancehall culture, especially if you're Jamaican, it's not just like you wait till you go out one dance or whatever. We wake up and we're dancers.
Right.
And when you come to Jamaica, you're just in dancehall. So when they come here, especially my team, and because on a Thursday night on One Extra, 30 man may come to the studio with one artist, and they'll be like, why do so many guys need to come?
We'll question that all the time.
But it's just part of the culture, so we roll. So when they see friends, whoever, Popcaan, whoever, turn up at a dance, and you got 50 man behind them, it's like, okay, we're not taking liberties because the BBC. This is the way it is. So these guys come, and they don't even want to go North Coast. They don't want to see a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
They want to be in a street dance. Like, big up everybody that was at Pulse on Friday. No disrespect to nobody. The most boringest dance I ever been to.
Yeah, it was you. That's us.
I'm not telling a lie. Yo.
Yeah, I think MVP. Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to anybody, you know. I know what it's like. It's an uptown thing. But my people, not even me, you know. Me just stand up in there and cool, and I'm just watching my people. They were like, yo, Shawnee, where's the dancers? Like, where's Pananak? They want to see Pananak.
No.
They want to see Kian tired of doing things.
Man, you want to go some dance, ski there.
No, we see all them things. They big up the ski, man. Like, they want,
Sunday.
they want to see it. So I'd taken them to Uptown Mondays because that's what they had experienced at the beginning of the week. And they never want left. Even now, the man was like, they're in England now. They message me, what dance we going tonight? They just want a party. Like, there's nothing. And I think that Jamaica needs to understand what it has as well. What you lot do over here, I call it like dancehall Disneyland. Because you can't go anywhere in the world and see Pananak. Like, the ski man, I know some of a new style, Barcelona, and football.
Ball game.
Yeah, with the start his foot. Ball game. You get what I'm saying? And like, where in the world would you see a man stand up in a full Barcelona kit with a football with little snow around it?
We say creativity.
With little snow. Because I'm like, you see a Barcelona person, a player in Barcelona playing.
But the man have snow around his foot still. Like, for real.
Barcelona, I'm not mistaken. Sunny, so you know, really.
It wasn't now, but it don't matter. It's the effect. I you know what? That I love.
True.
And my people are blown away. So I like to make them know that, you know what? Sometimes you hear about Jamaica because obviously we hear about Montego Bay, Wagwan in Montego Bay. That same week, I played out like a package that I had recorded in Montego Bay that was about music and the movement down there and how different it is to Kingston, because my thing is about the culture of this country. No matter where you go in the world, you're going to have wickedness and badness and crime and this, that, the other. But you tell me a place in the world that has got vibes like Jamaica, and then I'll go there tomorrow. I left today because I don't feel that anywhere has got a place like Kingston. Definitely, Kingston is unique. Boom Boom and all these guys, they're so unique in what they do, and I rate them with what they do.
Who you talk to?
Since I've been here, everyone.
It's about everything.
Like everyone. If you say roots artists, we chat to Chronix was at the Tough Gong Studios. Kabaka, he came and played me like some cuts from his brand new album. Right. Protege was down there. He come down there. Rory Stone Love come down with Samurai Eye. So like all that roots reggae side. I know that Savannah was at Music Work Studio with Rodigan as well. So all that roots stuff was done. And then obviously you've seen the pictures. Yeah. I have to say big up to, like, honest to God, big up to my friend them.
Yeah, because I want to know how it goes. Is that situation where you say Seani B is coming to Jamaica and everybody just come to you, like how it connect, how it work? No.
Alright, for me, the biggest artist right now out of Jamaica, for me, is Aidonia. Okay. I've been plotting and watching Aidonia's career.
He kind of justify some things with us as well, because we gave him number one song for last year.
Yeah, of course you have to give him. You have to give him.
You would say that song was the number one song in the UK.
May I tell you?
Compare it to Likes, because everyone was saying Likes and yeah.
The man from
you know
UK
what it is?
Has to say.
Likes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Likes is definitely one of the big tunes from last year.
Yeah.
But for me, Likes is a dancehall record, and I think it stayed to a certain extent in that community. I don't think that was the biggest record for Chronix outside of dance, outside in the mainstream. You get what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. You have a thing where you call club DJs in England, like hip hop, R&B, and all the rest of it, what they will play. That don't generally play dancehall. They were playing that. I've had girls, Indian girls, Asian girls in my station. Shawnee, when you gonna play that yeah song? And it's so simple, catchy. I think Aidonia's flow on it is like second level. It's very advanced. It's got everything what it needs. And my second part of my journey, I'll go back to what you want to do, but my second part of my journey is about this, Brockout.
Label.
Because I've got a label, and my thing is taking records like that from this space and being able to have the kind of treatment and hands that understand the music to be able to take it to that next level. Because I think sometimes that the major record companies will sign records that they don't even understand and they don't know what to do with them. Right. I'm a guy that's been playing this music for nearly 30 years in a very good situation. I'm given an opportunity to be able to take records out of our world that I think are good enough to cross over into that next world, but to be able to also treat it in a manner that it should be dealt with. And that's what is like my next phase of what I'm trying to do with my career. So that's what Brockout is all about.
Any local artists you see you want to sign to work out, or you have?
Well, we're signing the first part of our deal. We're looking at really just signing like singles and all the rest of it. So there's been a few singles that we wanted to sign from last year, and I'm going to keep it real. It's rather difficult, but just because of the way that the business is done over here, where you've got artists and you've got producer, and both entities feel like they own the song. You get what I'm saying? And it's slightly different to music genres that don't really work in that manner. Sometimes I think in other genres, the producer kind of takes a step back. But because I'm a producer myself, I understand why it works in that manner for dancer. That, we've got to take our local rights as well. You get what I'm saying? And fight for our product. So it's a little bit more difficult in that manner. But for the first singles that we put out, which was, we had a young lady that is actually from Cockburn Pen, originally, but she lives in the UK for a good amount of years. Alakai Harley. I reached out to Sham, and he blessed me with a nice 16 bars on that record. The second record that we had out was E-Mac and excuse me, I should know better than that. being a broadcaster, turn it off. The second record we had is Big Zeke's, E-Mac and Big Zeke's, which actually got a second single which we dropped like last week. But the first single that they had was called Yo, and we had Bungie Garlin and Massacre on that remix, and it was done by like Cunley from War 21. So, and then the third single that we've got, which is hopefully I will be premiering on another network in Jamaica, the video, which is some producers from Stroke UK and Sweden called Starlarker, featuring Beanie Man and a young lady from Sweden as well called Raven Ray.
Okay.
And we shot the video for that in Port Antonio.
Okay. Because it's interesting too, because you're saying singles. So it's like different artists.
Different artists, different singles.
Why that method?
Do you know what? It's just like the business plan that we've got. Like for the first year, we wanted just to concentrate on making our name in the marketplace and getting the records out and picking the right records and working stuff. And then the second year, we're going to be kind of looking at artists and kind of developing them from that place.
Because that's what you think. So you don't take an artist and say, okay, full development.
But you know what, the way we kind of take, we do single deals with options for a second single and a third single. So even though we don't sign the artist as such, we are working with the artists to make sure that, number one, that single gets the exposure and the proper marketing and distribution that it's meant to get. And in return, the artist benefits from that anyway. And then boom, we're going to take it a next place with the next single. So we always invest in the artist no matter what, but us without actually signing the artist. And I think a lot of artists nowadays are kind of slightly reluctant to sign anyway because everybody can do it independently as well. You get me? Because of streaming on all this kind of stuff.
Social media.
And labels don't really have good track records.
Yeah, but this one does. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be signing, fingers crossed, within the next few days, my first single from out of Jamaica. It's a goddamn superstar for 2018. I know you can't answer that. I don't want to say, you know what? Hopefully, by the time like this gets up online and all the rest of it, you'll see the picture of like the sign. I'm actually jinxing it by talking like this, but I'm putting it out.
You don't want to be a part of that jinxing there.
No. Trust me, it's going to be a definite good look.
As a DJ in England, and you say you talk about that it had the appeal of hip hop and all the other genres. Like, what is it you look for now when you hear singles coming out of Jamaica? Last week we spoke to Cecile and she said that one of the main problems really for Jamaican artists locally now is production. You know, like the production isn't up to par. Like, you think that? You agree?
Not really. I think the problem that I have with Jamaican producers right now is that their sound is not dancehall. I come from the era of the 90s, like Dave Kelly and these kind of guys there. And I think that what we need to understand, and not just Jamaica, but like worldwide, because dancehall music is a worldwide thing where everybody's doing it now, is that there was a unique sound to the music. And that's why people came back to us all the time. And rather than try and change the sound to try and fit in somewhere, I think that we should just stick to the sound that we have and just work it even more. I feel that where we was 10, 15 years ago, social media and everything has changed that game.
Because everybody trying to make it into the hip hop market, and you can do a dancehall record in a hip hop.
But check the science on this though. The records that you see in the charts that sound like dancehall, what are the drum patterns that they use?
Like dancehall beats.
From the 90s. So what we said, because I'll tell you straight, during the 90s, man was like, is it going to be the same old boom, boom, camp, boom, boom, camp, boom, camp, boom, camp, boom? Is it going to be the same old all the time? Every rhythm come out with a drum pattern. We threw it outside. You know, when somebody walk past your yard and pick it up.
Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
And then all of a sudden we'll start fight for it again. But at the same time, we're not doing that kind of dance. Don't get me wrong, a lot of that is being done out of Jamaica. But I just feel that that's the sound of Jamaica that people love. The reggae, I actually think that reggae is slightly in a more dangerous predicament because it's a lot of the youth them that is doing conscious music ain't singing on reggae rhythms.
Right.
For me, they sound like R&B kind of flavored, like slow down kind of mid-tempo records.
But isn't it
some of them here are spit bars too.
I know, but they are spitting bars, but spit them over some reggae rhythms.
But isn't that just evolution though? It's just evolution, trying to evolve, because you can't do the same thing. And I'm sure if we did the same, if we had the 90s now, people are like, oh, this again, like as you said, in the 90s.
Know what? I hear you, and people like myself, I suppose, are very much to blame for it, because in the early days, I was mixing the genres together. And here we are now where the music is mixed up. But my thing is that you can't ever lose your identity at the same time. And Jamaica has an identity. And I just wish that we would see that side of it a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that we're open to the word. I notice that I say we're, I see myself as a Jamaican as
you
well.
are, yeah.
Even though I can't talk proper English. But, you know what I mean? I just feel that, you know what? This is what we do and what makes us so unique and so special. Make we just give them that overdose.
Last year, they get me in a trouble, Sean.
How so?
You give me some information that I
Me give you information. Don't say that. Don't say that.
It was my fault.
You're trying to put me in trouble. You mix it.
It was my fault.
Before you say this, yeah? Big up Trapback Studios. Big up Adrian, Bling. Wayne Marshall was around there last night.
Yeah.
And when Wayne Marshall come up to me and say, me say, I got to put a nightly fix. Wayne Marshall's words. True, true,
When
true.
that?
True, true,
Let's
true.
do that last night.
What is?
You say? What?
New Kid.
Oh, was it New Kid? Oh, big up New Kid as well. Sorry, for real. I have to big up the whole squad. That's my family right there.
Right.
Wayne Marshall says, Shani, don't make them go mix you up there. I say, Marshall, choo choo choo. Woo.
I thought we were friends.
The man said, don't make them go mix you up
I
there.
said so the man did stay with him up here like, nah, I'm gonna mix me up and I dodge like.
Do you know what I said to him? I said, you know what, Wayne? Me and them did speak last year. And I did tell them.
Right, enough people don't know.
Behave yourself. And then, after that conversation, for me, the best interview for the year, Bounty Killer.
Thank you. Well, thanks, Bounty.
Big thanks to Bounty. He had some part to play in it as well.
No, but you know what it
No
is?
small part.
Trust me, you know, Killer is not an easy general, you know. When the general talk, you know, like I've had some close shaves with Bounty over the years, like when he want to just deal with you wicked. When Killer want to deal with you wicked, he want to deal with you. But you see the Killer of lately, and you lot really catch him at a good time. Killer is so happy. And the Killer just feels like he's in this social worker zone right now, where he's chatting to, and I think it's important. Like, men are young, but I chat to the youths them, and we have to guide them. And I feel that conversation that he had with you lot must have walked away from there and thinking, boy, a lot to think about.
Yeah.
What did you get from that interview?
Well, because even after that, enough people don't know. We tell people this sometimes. Would they spend like 2 more hours
talk.
after the interview? Like,
And
we
just sharing history.
Yeah.
Sharing. There's the thing that you get from him is just a situation where you just think that this man is almost royalty.
Me definitely personally got a deeper appreciation of
for
the
the
man
work.
himself and for the work what I'm doing.
Well,
When always was my general. I'm always say, without Bounty Killer, much of what you see here, you wouldn't really see the good and the bad.
Well, let me tell you this. I've known or been around Killer. I've known people around him like Jazzwad and people like that is around Killer. And the Killer that I know, I don't know about anybody else, but talk about the Killer that I know. He don't really talk that much like that. You get what I'm saying? Killer is not a man of 1,000 words in that kind of manner. So to get him to talk like that, and the thing is, Killer usually talk like that when he's on a stage, you know, when something pressing button, and then he say, "Let me tell you no," like, you get me? But he did that and then you lot went outside on the wall, like, yo, I congratulate you again for that interview. I loved it.
He wasn't liquored up.
He wasn't. We had the Edison and the man turned it down.
Like,
we felt so insulted. Like, you know what money we spent on this Killer? You know what? None.
You know what? I think that's testament to the job that you guys are doing up here. You get what I'm saying? It's like everybody, you always chat about, how did you get that person? I'm a beg. Yo, you want me to show you the day that, no, wait. I'll show you the day, that Aidonia was meant to come to Tough Gum. Let me tell you something. Me ring Governor. Me ring Sharon Burke. Me ring Shadow. You know I'm not lying, innit, from I say that.
Yeah.
And this was like, his session was booked in for 4 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, is Aidonia coming? I don't know. I just see him turn up. I said, my God. Thank you.
Well, you get more than any Jamaica. Well, local. Well, yeah, you have to catch him.
2 years.
Yeah, you really have to catch him in a fast scene.
Yeah, the last interview in probably go time where I do was probably us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like,
wow.
2015 or something.
Yeah, you have to catch him.
So who else do I get that you lot don't get? Because we had this conversation before.
Damien.
Damien.
Yeah.
Well, Damien's like family. I can't tell no lie. And I did say I was going to put in a conversation.
Especially for Ari, because Ari.
And now I'm on camera. Ria Paul. Look out for that.
Have you on camera now?
No.
We had him on camera, but we're not calling names.
We're not sure whose fault that was.
Damien Marley is like, I've been dating Damien from like the Welcome to Jamrock albums. And so it's been, and One Extra was like radio support for him back in the day. And the guy that kind of started One Extra and looked after me at One Extra, he's now on the outside of One Extra. He looks after Damien as well. So that kind of connection is still kind of there with them in that kind of manner. And so I do that at Jamrock Cruise, and I work when I'm around. I think with Damien, I think he appreciates me that I put in the work. When I'm on the Welcome to Jamrock Cruise, I'm not cruising, I'm snoozing. I'm working any little place that I could go and play music and entertain people. I put in the work. I love what I do. That's why when you see me in the streets of Jamaica, I'm all about like, why am I going to lie down in a hotel for? When I'm back home, I can lie down.
To rest.
Nah, no resting, man. This is Jamaica. We go hard.
Look like you need to work in order to get pumped up. That's it.
You know what? If I don't work, I'm bored.
Wow.
I'm bored. I'm miserable. Like, there ain't no reason to exist.
Wow.
I have to work. Like, if I sit there and my laptop don't turn on, then it's a problem.
I'm kind of the same.
You've got to be doing something. You've got to be proactive. There's always something to do. And that's how you stay. Like, if you're not working, your competition may be working.
That's true.
That's my thing. So I'm always working.
What do you think about him Grammy win?
Yeah.
I think it's well deserved. Watch the mix up, as Marshall said. Know everything.
Do you think it was more deserved than Chronix? Let's hear that. Let's get that quotable.
Do you know what? Let me put it like this.
Yeah.
Morgan Heritage had an album in there. I had a track on the Morgan Heritage album.
Yeah.
So I had vested interest.
In Morgan.
And 2 years ago, I won a Grammy with Morgan Heritage because I had like 2 tracks on there, Strictly Roots and Perform and Done. Grammy winning. Yeah, I had to slide it
big caps for Instagram, man.
Humble brag.
I know every producer get that. So I have to take the props for that. But you know what? At the beginning of the year or in the middle of last year, I think it was Protege I was chatting to. And when he had dropped Blood Money. And I thought he was going to drop an album. And I said, yo, Pro, that Grammy run is going to be a problem. Because there's so much good albums that's out. If I be honest with you, I'm going to keep it real. My favorite album out of all of that was the J Book album.
Really? Man said that to my
collective gas around the reggae world.
Why?
Really?
Honestly, I've heard from people that album is very good.
But he's not Jamaican, so no.
That's why people have dismissed him out there.
Nah, you know what? J Boog's album was a solid reggae album. I'm for the music. You get what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I don't like cultural appropriation. I hate that. You get what I'm saying? I do say it's for me and my people, them and my youth, them to make sure that they got a space to come to. But if I listened, you know, actually no, Damian Marley was my favorite album. But
and what you say about J Boog,
album was
that's
solid,
some hit that some people would have against Chronix albums. It wasn't a straight reggae album. Towards any kind of tail off into different sounds. But good songs, but to the purists.
Damien's album wasn't a pure reggae album. And Damien would tell you, and because I chat to him all the time, Damien would tell you, say, I'm not a reggae artist. If you listen to his things, he would tell you that he's a dancehall artist. But I think for me, why I actually say that Damien's album was the best though, there was a section in that album, like 3-4 tracks that was reggae. Oh man, he took us back to his father's days there. Like, when I said to him, yo, you got the wailer shuffle of the drums, and I'm chatting like a producer now. He was like, the man look on me and just start laughing. Like, there's something in those like reggae songs, the struggle discontinues and all them things there. Deep and lyrically time travel. Like, come on now. Man asked one bag of questions again. We didn't even answer the questions from Patience with Nards and these things. And then he just throw another set of questions in front of us. And then the next section of the album, that they look at acoustic things and where him got Nat King Cole on us. And then him got R&B and hip hop with little smoothness in it and bringing Bonte's son. Like, come on, that was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
That was
We
an
didn't listen
absolute
to Scott
masterpiece.
entirety. We went to the show. His
I
father
did.
show the other day.
But they download it before.
You had listened to the whole album before?
Yeah.
You haven't listened to the whole album?
No.
So how can you not listen to the whole album, man, and make a comment?
Me make comment.
You can't do that.
Me just said me.
You listen to the whole of Chronics album.
Yeah.
You got short attention span, that's why.
No.
Let me tell you why. No, there's a reason why I'm saying so. Because hold on, how many tracks? How many tracks is on the Chronics album?
I'm not checking. I don't even remember.
It's about 13, 14 tracks max.
Yeah.
On Damien's album, we got 18 tracks. I think it was one track too long, but 18 solid tracks.
I just got the something. I can't afford iTunes. I'm
you know
broke. So I got
something
it
wrong
for
with the
free.
CD or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
You know, she just mash up your chance of getting a Damien Marley interview. Like.
I don't know.
Why she never just lie and say,
No, I'm not a liar.
And the thing is, she always proclaim her love for him.
I'm not a liar.
You love Damien. Well on, you love Damien.
Yes, and that's
but
why
you
I'm not
don't love
going
him
to lie.
enough to listen to the whole album.
No.
And buy and support. And then you're going to say, you didn't want Chronics to win the Grammy.
You are wicked.
She are wicked.
It's a pretty smile alone.
There goes our chances.
No.
Damien. Bypass them, Damien.
No.
Jano.
No, but I mean, every young person wanted Chronics to win. I think everybody wanted him because he was an underdog in it, you know, and him come up and as a young person, he's like, 25, and to really make a good album like that. People wanted him to.
Tell me something. I'm doing my radio thing here. You know what I did the last time, innit? Is there a separation between the youths and like a certain generation in Jamaica?
Definitely.
Like a massive split.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would think so.
It's kind of bridged with the roots reggae revolution now. I think it's kind of bridged there. But there is still some disconnect.
Because older folks always want to make it seem as if young people are that much, you know, like we don't know much, and young people are like, well, we don't know much, but try and teach us. But that's almost older folks can say, you just don't know, and you know, they don't really necessarily want to teach and reach out.
You know, say one day you're gonna reach this, innit?
I know, right?
Right, that's number one. And number two, I think the younger heads have got it so much easier because at a drop of a hat, if you want to know something, like for me to know something, even to this day, there's certain things that I don't know. I wish my mother was still alive. Cause I want to call her and ask her, say, like, do these youths even know what encyclopedia is?
I do.
Does not compute.
No.
I do.
No. And the thing is, if you read and like when my youth is doing research for exams, me see him in front of him computer, I Google, me say, youth, what you do?
They don't know about encyclopedia, they know about Wikipedia.
He must write. He had to pull his fingers out of the laptop quicker faster than been taken off. I said, no. Go and find a book. Go and find your research
But the book is on the computer.
No, because the thing is, when you look for something, when you work for something, you treasure that information or you treasure that whatever you look for. When you just go,
that's work, you know, Seani B.
Where?
Yeah, because it's not always the top search.
Yeah, I mean, you have to search. You have to go through more.
You don't. The thing is, you don't
sift through the info.
You don't hold that information. You don't hold the information. I love a computer, you know. But I think it's one of the wickedest things that ever get created in our history. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's mash up so much things. You get what I'm saying? That everybody is a pro because they have that in front of them. And I think that's a dangerous thing. Some of us need to just be spectators rather than being part of what go on.
Wow. Wow.
Let me talk about one interview you do last year.
Oh, God.
Make news. The Popcaan interview. That one that you learn, well, we know able to learn so far.
With the Popcaan?
Yeah, when them say 99% dancehall artists. What you think about that?
First of all, let me tell you this. I didn't land that interview, you know.
Yeah, how that did go on?
That interview went to somebody else on my station. I'm a war with people over that. Because I'm saying, because this man is mainstream now, me get sidechecked. So don't feel say I have a nice, like, exactly. You see your face? Exactly. My producer, big up my producer, Kieran, who fought for me to get the interview. Being the Jamaican I am, what did I say? Man, nah, bother. I promise you, I said, man, nah, bother. Because if I ain't being thought about in the first instance, knowing that every week my fight for this, every year I come to Jamaica, I go certain places that I'm not meant to go. You get me? That St. James Parish know me very well from last year. I was up in Rose Heights and them places there. So to know that I'm not getting the A-listers easy when I should be getting them easy, but I have to fight to come to Jamaica to come and get them. So I said, nah, brother. And my producer ring me and go, oh, Shawnee, man. Come on, man. Don't put me in it like that, mate. So true, I never want to put him in it. I said, all right, I'm going to forward. When I reach up there, it's not nice, I see. Now, and I said to you lot last year, relationships is the key thing.
Yeah.
Even like since I've been here, I've seen Not Nice like 3-4 times. Jaffras link up, Wasp link up. Not Nice, make sure that I get the link them. Because it's a relationship between a DJ, producer, and our artist. So when I see Not Nice there, I said, this is what I said to Not Nice. Not Nice. You're a producer. You're in England. So why are you not coming on my show? Why are you going to just be there on the side for? Coming on my show. So when I said that to him, Popcaan walks out. I've never met Popcaan before. And we're there all reasoning. Minnie was there. We was going back and forth with conversation. I goes, you know what? My thing is different. I want Minnie as a producer, Popcaan and Not Nice as producer. Everybody come in the show. That's why you see all three of them there.
Yeah.
Because I said, my thing is dancehall culture. You're both part of the culture, not just
Big parts.
not just Popcaan alone. So I feel that you should get your time.
True.
So come you see Poppy there, undo him here and whatever, and one bag of things. And I was told, keep it clean. Because at the time, certain things was being said about rate, boom, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
So being the guy that I am, I keep it clean. It's about keeping those relationships good. Mention Drake, generic conversation. Boom, we were chatting about Unruly Wednesdays, this, that, the other. But when we mentioned the Drake, I think that Popcaan genuinely feels that people shouldn't have gone at Drake of the way that they did.
For Controller?
Yeah, for Controller.
Oh.
Like, and he's like, Shani, it's his record. He can do whatever he want to do. Guy, when it's my thing, I make my decisions. And I think that sometimes these artists in Jamaica are misunderstood. Like, I have conversation with Alkaline. I know that Alkaline's a slightly misunderstood kid, but when I speak with him one-on-one, I get him. He just don't like to be amongst people. Me no say, you not like me be amongst people.
Not really.
Exactly. But people don't pre you in that kind of manner. But because
probably,
his name is artist.
Yeah, anymore.
Right. And I get the fact that, you know what, you have to give to your people them. But what if you just don't like to be amongst people? And you know, say it's going to bring out the horrible side of you. So what you do?
Stay away.
Prevention is better than cure. You stay away. So you can't beat him bad for that. But with the popcorn thing, he was just talking and then he kind of just went off on a rant about cartel. But he didn't talk about cartel in that manner. And when he said 99%, the first part, you know what? It was the internet that talked about the cartel thing.
Yeah.
What he said was 99% of artists hate him. Alkaline has more or less said that to me. As many dancehall artists have said that to me. And even through my rise over the last few years, I understand what he says. Because you see, the higher you rise, even people around you that you think are like that with you, they put up this barrier in front of you because they think that you're going to change. But what is happening behind that barrier, they're changing. And they don't even realize that they're the ones that are changing because they want to prevent this change and it don't feel away. And I feel that a lot of it is just ego perspective and all the rest of it. I try to tell a lot of these artists, don't watch what other people are saying. Just do what you're saying. Do what you're doing. I don't feel that 99% of artists could hate Popcaan in that manner, but I can't tell him how he can feel.
Yeah.
Because if he feels that, that's what he feels, isn't it? When he goes out, when he's around people, if he feels that somebody's treating you different, and there's many things that we don't see and we don't hear. If I was to tell you some of the things that I go through, you'd be like, sometimes water come out my eyes. I'm not even lying to you. Water comes out my eyes. I'm sitting down in my barber seat and something come up on my phone and my barber say, yeah, all right, water run out of my eyes. I'm saying, my friend them can be like that. People around me can be like that. So I understand when you're that level of success, why you may feel like that. You get what I'm saying? And then you got the vloggers and the bloggers that remix up everything. That interview, you know, I swear to you, that interview, I live 20 minutes from a radio station. By the time I reach home, that interview had been, the headline had been remixed. There was more numbers on that, the remix version than on the one
actual.
extra website. And then I see a certain publication over in Jamaica write about it as well. Teeth my story. Remix it up. They don't even listen
Credit
to what it is like. I don't even want the credit on false news. Fake news. I mean, I want them the credit there because the thing is, the artist never said that. And you know my thing. I don't like the mix up. So the funniest thing is, I was booked to do the Popcaan show about a month afterwards. And as it was I swear to you, I felt funny on the stage because I was wondering to myself, how's Puppy gonna pre me?
Yeah.
Because here's this news story come out and my name is attached to it.
Yeah.
And then he's not usually doing interview.
He doesn't
And then it's a situation where it's like he prove him say, see, that's why I don't do
Seani
it.
B set it wrong. Bad for him, man.
So when I was, this is a true goddamn story.
Yeah.
No lie. I flattened the show. Well, after we flattened the show, when Popcaan come out on the stage and I film, said phone, I'm filming in it live. And then I see Popcaan walking towards him. I drop the phone, so. And I'm like, you know what? This man I got diss me. You know? I swear to God, this man I got diss me. And you know when you have your phone and record, and you're waiting for that moment, Popcaan big me up on the stage. And I just put that on my phone.
You don't even get it.
I never get it. I never get it. Myself,
I guess because, and you know what? You have to give him props for that because he's able to understand and decipher. So, well, it's not you.
The man was round the back with me and him. I reasoned for about an hour. Me not nice, so all of them. And the man was Seani. That's why I'm in a deal with them. I'm see it clearly. You this, that, the other. Up to the other day, me and Poppy was out by is it West King's house where the Rodigan and Jammy's thing was. And me and Poppy stand up all night. Big up Popcaan. God, you know what? I really, and anyway he sees me, he gives me them props. And I see my brethren over there, so Wingy. And Wingy's like in the streets, you. And he's a proper in the streets Jamaican. He was like, yo, Poppy, rate you, Seani. All this week, all Wingy's been saying is, the artist, they rate you, Seani.
You know, the thing is, like, is a situation I'm wondering, with us, with you, you know, you do it, is there a situation where you feel like is because you're overseas and you're BBC One Extra, you have that behind 100%. You because with us, Jamaican local artists, like, they really don't mess with us, at least the media, because they feel like, you know, we try to twist them words and we're attacking them and we're against them. But, I mean, you're doing the same thing and they rush and flock to you. You think it's a situation where it's...
Do you know what? I want to say it I'm going to say it in a certain way, but because of Jamaica were there, I'm going to say it this way. I'm a guy that look good in it. Imagine it like this. Or, let me put it this way. You're a girl. You're a look good girl in it. So I'm looking you because you look good. But then, when I chat to you and I realize you can wash, cook, clean, you make me laugh, you got a lovely personality, then I fall for you. So, where I see it is, the BBC and all that make me look good, done. But when you sit down and you chat to the man, then you realize, just like Chronic says, I does this for the love and not for the likes. I am a fan of this music. Once again, I big up my brother Wingy. I'm bigger. I'm a fan. I love. When I say I love that music, yeah. And I do some things some things that people don't even know. I spend out of my own pocket. Because when I sit down, you look at Ikamas sitting there, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Ikamas a legend.
Yeah.
Remember me tell you that. Ikamas a legend. So for me to be mixing rhythms for Ikamas, are you mad? Now I'm going to sound like an English. Are you mad, blood? Are you mad, blood?
Ain't it?
Oh, you're mad, blood.
Watch your video online. For 30 minutes straight, me just had kin teeth. Yo, it's a good thing my teeth them white. Me just a smile. Like, trust me, it was like the sweetest thing. So for me, it's like I would never go Florida. Why go Florida for? In Disney World, they're Jamaica. And not to say people are clowns over there, because you're not. But it's just that this is my fun place. I've got all the rides and I want to go on. I've got happiest place on earth. I love it. So, whether I'm with One Extra or not, just Seani B, Brock out, whatever. Maurice Deloney, that's my government name, but you know, Sean is our pet team.
Yeah.
Maurice Deloney loves Jamaica, loves the music, and will rep for it 24/7.
That being said, bless up Seani B. Bless up for passing through. But we don't want to clear up. How was the cartel thing? As I said earlier, I did misquote you.
Yeah.
We'll say him the banned from
He's not banned.
UK radio.
He's not banned from UK radio.
He's banned from
BBC.
Is right,
BBC.
and
yes.
you know what?
That's
The BBC have a policy that if you got GL, that your music don't get played. And I never knew how severe it was. I'll be honest with you until up to the other day because I was doing a mixture, playing a lot of the English youths, and one of them went to jail on a driving offence. And I was like, what?
No. You can't play it.
Can't play that. So, me no want. So you met the Gaza Nation and come off on me. No, I don't know. No.
Especially UK fans. He's not banned from UK.
He's not banned from UK radio. Not at all. Not 100%. I am pressured on the BBC thing, but I do so many other things. Like I do Spotify playlists as well. Dancehall King and Dancehall Queen. I know Spotify is not so big in the Caribbean, but Spotify is massive. Like Cartel's all over my Spotify playlist when I'm out in the clubs. Play a Cartel. So I'm not a Gaza yet. I'm a love. Like Cartel is actually one of my favorite DJs because I love lyricism and I voice Cartel on my label and all the rest of it. So definitely not a personal thing. I big up Sika Rhymes as well. I linked him over at Portmore.
Sika Rhymes.
The man gone all over.
We're never going to Ireland.
Brother, yo, big up Governor. I'm going to Homestead, Babylon. You ever go to Babylon?
No.
Right, I got Babylon.
Yo, go to the port in a Portmore. You go, me never go there yet. I'm living in a Portmore.
No, I go over now. A Spanish told me at top, but I've been me. They look after me.
If there's something keeping in St. Thomas, Seani B is going. That's how much. One dance in a St. Thomas.
Me not.
Big up, look, check it. You want to say I'm a bad? Big up the Eruption and Jamaica King and all them.
Yeah, man, big up them, man.
Yeah.
They would know everything. There ain't nothing. Big up $2,000 the video, man. Got him do my research pan as well and just watch all of the videos to see what's popping. Because if I'm not here, I don't give a damn what other DJs are doing, you know. You see me?
Yeah.
BBC more work for research. Yeah, the research king. I'm on over. For me to sit down in 96, come on now, man. You know, so I watch you lot's things then all the time. It's a big honor up.
Thank you, Seani.
Give thanks.
Morris, what?
Morris Deloney.
Deloney.
Oh boy.
This is
tell me, come here,
this is a small part of history. I know we're getting a wrap up, you know, but you don't even want me to go in a Tony Mataran history and fully loaded and my song them fully loaded from that.
I wouldn't even get to do a mix star, Jano,
brother.
Hold on, you might mix you out. We're up here. Give thanks, Seani B, for passing. Tell me what you for you, quick.
Seani B remix at Seani B remix, SEANIB remix. And one extra Thursday nights, 10 to 1. And my record label, This Is Brock at Holy Potting to do.
I say go people when you get a bag of people love chat so much. I say,
I do love to chat. I tell you.
Alright people, Seani B at the fix.
Same one, settle Popcaan from the microphone stand. And when I'm me alone, I sing righteous song. Me not follow no bar.
You know some friend, me say family. Some boy can't step to me. Them out till me see that in a them man. Them say them love you, but I hypocrite and parasite.